on tonight's episode of What Did We Watch?
Hey man, who is you in my chat? Get the fuck, get out of here. Get out of here right now. Yeah. Same way you came in and same way you going out. Get out. Climb. No, you gotta climb through the window. Get out of here. Hurry up. Yeah. Get out of here. Sorry about that. I don't know where this man can, like, how do these people be getting in here? You be letting them in? Do you be letting them in my crib? No. You right. I'm tripping. Gotta make sure these doors locked, windows locked. Listen. You see me with the bonnet on? Yeah, I know, shorty. Take it.
Stop playing! What the fuck? Stop playing! What the fuck is that? Ah!
Hold on. How they do it?
Yeah, get into it!
How they do the light skin face? How do we do the light skin face? Look, I can't do the light skin face. I don't know how they do it. See me, I just Anyways, let's get into today's video. Like, what am I doing, bro? I'm over here trying to look cute. oh my gosh. Anyways, what up, kings and queens? It's your boy Leafeey, and welcome to 3 unsettling true horror stories. Nah, hold on. This is my channel.
Danny Animations.
This is my channel, though. And if I like this, I will subscribe. And that's what I think y'all should do too. So, without further ado,
I found myself at home one weekend night. My parents went out of town, and I was returning from a canceled sleepover at my friend's house.
okay, this kind of look nice. Okay.
The lights were on when I got to the door, and I remember getting a phone call from that same friend shortly thereafter.
Right.
Which would end up being the last normal event of that night. My brother was playing video games in the next room, and I could hear him tapping furiously at the video game
Fortnite.
while I spoke on the cordless phone. I walked around in the living room and ended the phone call in the kitchen when I remember hearing some sort of high-pitched squeal that came from the house somewhere. I couldn't place where it came from, as it sounded the same in every room I went to investigate.
Okay.
It ended about a minute after it started and was interrupted by the phone ringing. But the phone wasn't in the kitchen where I left it.
Oh, yeah,
it was in the bathroom
take it?
on the counter,
Oh,
in
yeah.
front of the sink.
My guy, you in the bathroom. I'm knocking on my. Hey, bro. You put the phone in the bathroom. We gotta go. Huh? We gotta go. Huh? You got your gun? No. Then we gotta go. We gotta go. Ain't nothing else to say. We gotta go.
I answered the phone and there was no one there, so I hung up.
We gotta go.
It was at that point I heard a dragging sound. Like a large heavy object was being dragged
Never see this face again.
in the attic crawl space above me. I followed the sound as it slowly navigated from room to room and ended up in my parents' bedroom, who at the time still had a waterbed. After the sound made it to the far wall, it stopped and the phone rang again. And this time it was my friend on the other line.
Right. Okay.
I told him what was going on, and he told me to be careful and call the police. After I got off the phone, I laid down on the waterbed. I then heard a knock on the door and answered it quickly, but no one was there. It was at this point I called my brother from his room to check something out. I stormed into his room, and there's nobody there. His bed was made and his room spotless. Neither the console nor the TV was on, and the controller was wrapped and unplugged.
What? That controller about thick as ever, bro. But what type of game is this? The DVD PS2? I'm telling y'all, you don't know nothing about that. That's the Game Zord Box 9. Stop playing with him.
There's no way he could have hid and cleaned his room in those few seconds it took me to make it to his door of his room. I had been alone the entire night, hearing for 20 minutes straight my brother playing his game that he was not present to be playing. The phone rang again, but again, it was not where I left it. This time it was resting on the kitchen counter, where I originally left it.
Go leave.
So I
This
walked
is
through
not
the
your
entire
house.
house to answer it.
This is not your house anymore. You have to go, bro. You have to go.
It was my friend calling again. This time saying that the call was dropped for some reason, and he was trying to call me back. I explained to him what just happened, and I heard another knock on the door. Since I was standing right next to it, I peeked through the window within 2 seconds of the knocks, and there was nobody there. At this point I opened the door and stepped out to the porch to make sure I didn't see anyone
Well, you
running
about
away.
to see me up the block.
And I had a
Help!
large wide open
Me. Look at the tears that's about to fall from my eyes. You about to see me up the block. Help! Help! Somebody in the crib. Help! 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 Ah! Was filled.
yard, and there's nothing to hide behind. I walked into the front yard and looked around, but couldn't find anything.
Big fella. Big fella. Oh my gosh. You was a goddamn dummy. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. Boy in the bushes staring at you like a Pokemon. He about to
I found myself engaged in several more minutes of talking to my friend
Look
before I
at
got
him.
off the line.
Bro in the bushes.
And it was at that moment where I realized that the place I had been staring at while I was talking
Look
were
at him.
two
It's
very
Groot.
large black, reflective eyes looking back at me. The figure was tall and lanky, and stood about 10 feet or so from me. The most notable feature he wore was an inhumanly large smile,
Dog got a
he
whole
was
skin
grinning.
palette on him.
with oily mechanical teeth from literally ear to ear. Despite me staring directly at him for more than 5 minutes, I pretended that I didn't notice him.
If you 18 and up, go get your gun license. Stop playing with these folks out here. Cause he look like he ready to come do some things to him that's not unpleasant. Like all types of things. I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't finna flash nothing, but let me show y'all. I'm not finna hold you up. You got 5 seconds to get off my line. 3, 1, -2. He gone.
And through willpower alone, made it back inside the house without running as fast as I could. Instead, I walked calmly. I remember feeling like if I
He a
ran,
boss.
he would chase me, and somehow knew that he would have caught me easily. I barricaded myself in my room for the rest of the night, but did not fall asleep. The sun came up the next morning and my parents were home. Nothing like that ever happened before, and nothing like that has ever happened since. The first time I came face to face with this strange man.
Time's out. Last story, bro, is a different beat. Look, when time's out, before we even go on, oh, Daniel, what your name is? Danny? You're doing a hell of a job. Like somebody, I'm gonna leave fireworks. Doing a heck of a job, Danny. Link will be in the description. Check him out. Don't watch all the videos though, cause I want to see something too with you. You feel me? So relax. Anyways, bruh said he just casually walked in the house. Who you know that's about to casually walk in the house from somebody that got somebody else skin on them 10 feet tall, 10 feet away from me? That's 3 steps. Boy, you is a different breed. You would have seen me hitting with the oop juke like he was about to get crossed over. Call me Allen Iverson. I am gone. I am not finna hesitate. I am gone. Tough.
Was about 7 years ago. It was a normal summer day. My mother was struggling to make ends meet, and we lived in a really crappy 2-bedroom house.
You make the best of it.
It was my mother, her boyfriend, my 2 younger brothers, and myself.
Right.
My mom worked nights, and so did her boyfriend, so it was up to me to watch my 2 brothers in the evening. It was just like any other normal summer day at first. My friends and I hung out during the day, walked around our small town.
I'm not gonna hold you. If he went to school with me and he came to school with that cut, I'm not gonna do it. But somebody in the hallway was going tear up. He wasn't safe.
And enjoyed the warm weather.
And he not safe either. Crevice of a toe on top of his head. Stop playing with the man. He's not like they out here. They look. You see this? This is the haircut of a menace to society. Stop playing with this man.
Now, for it being a small town, there's still plenty to do. Walk through the woods, go to the park, all of the typical kids things.
kid.
We decided to
things.
waste time at the park until I had
As a kid, we were scared to walk through the woods, my guy. First time I ever walked through the woods, I was with my camp. And they told us not to cut the flashlights on. We saw a deer. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though it's plastic, that deer caught the dog. Stop playing with me.
to go home and watch my brothers. It was normal, boring stuff. We walked around, played with a basketball that someone left behind, sat on the swings and talked about our lives and what we were going to do when we got older. It was nearing 3 p.m. when I noticed a guy sitting on the bench over by the basketball court. Now, it was nearing the time for me to go home anyways, and as the man was giving me and my friend both the odd vibe, we decided to leave. As we neared Main Street, which my house also happened to be on, we parted ways. I got home, and my mother lets me know that there's leftovers for the boys and myself, and then she's on her way to work. We spend most of the days indoors, watching TV, or
He straight came and laid on his hand, laid his hand on his brother. Lil Timmy is ready to cry. Look at his face. This man is a menace to society. Ain't no way. If I come in, I don't say a word to you after I'm done speaking to my mother and just casually put my hand on my brother's back and just get it look like he's rubbing it a little bit too. If you're not comforting him or like patting him on the back and like, what's up, man? Leave, you pedophile. Look at this.
playing video games. Around 7:30, my brothers wanted to go outside to ride their bikes. It's just now getting dark, so I agree. They ride their bikes for a half hour. I'm sitting on the curb looking at my phone, texting my friend about how bored I am, when my youngest brother, who must have been around 7 at the time, comes up to me and points over towards our house. I look just in time to see what looked like a man
Bro,
walk
why
inside.
is crackhead Joe trying to break in, bro? We
I
about to do
immediately
him
tell my
both.
brothers not to worry and continue riding their bikes as I call my mother, letting her know what just happened. She calls the police and they show up within 5 minutes, seeing that the police station is only a few blocks away. They do a full search of the home but find nothing. They speak to my mother on the phone and tell her there's nothing there and it must have just been our imaginations. Tentatively, my brothers and I go back into the house. So I sit them down and turn on the TV. Time flies and I look up and it's already 9:30 and I really got to get them to bed soon. I head upstairs to go into our closet. All three of us share one bedroom, so all of our
Dang.
clothes are in one closet. I turn the closet light on and start digging through a pile of clothes on the floor that we never got around to putting away.
Right, okay,
I
understand.
hear a noise that sounds like a deep breath. Thinking it was just my imagination, I continue to pull out pajamas for my brothers. I grab their PJs and go to pull the string to turn off the lights. Out of the corner of my eye, I see movement. I look over and see a face peering out of the large pile of clothes. There's a
Boy,
man
would've
hiding
got-
under our clothes in the
Boy
closet.
would have got stumped
He
and
made a sudden
jumped
movement,
and
and I booked it. I take off running. I can hear him struggling to get out of the clothes, and I didn't stop running. Down the hallway, down the stairs, knocking anything over in the process, in hopes of slowing him down. I burst into the living room and grab my brother's arms, practically pulling them out of the sockets in an attempt to drag them out of the house. We were outside and 3 blocks away before I quit dragging them behind me. I reached for my phone to call the police, but it's not in my pocket. I must have left it on the couch.
It's over, don't go back.
So we hoofed it. I dragged my brothers behind me in the middle of the night. They are tired, and they don't know what happened, and I won't tell them. They didn't need to know. They would never want to go into that closet ever again. I get to the police station and they call our mother. Then they drive us home, and she leaves work early. They do another full search, but once again find nothing but the mess I made in my attempt to leave. No evidence. Nothing. They basically told me to stop wasting their time, and they left. My mother said she believed me, but of course I knew it was just something she would say to console me. She says I could stay the night at a friend's if I can get a hold of someone, just to make me feel better. We all go inside, and my
Okay.
mom sends my brothers to get cleaned up for bed. I walk over to the couch where I left my phone.
It was
It
gone.
wasn't there though. It was on the floor, smashed to pieces. It was very obvious that it was smashed by a hammer, seeing as the hammer was sitting right next to it. I call my mother over and show her the mess of my phone on the ground. She walks over to the storage cabinet and pulls down the toolbox we have,
How does the police not
She
see
opens
this
it.
stuff?
and our hammer is still inside. I didn't realize what that meant at the time, but now that I think about it, that man was in our home, in my closet, in my room, with a hammer, just waiting and hoping for me and my brothers to fall asleep. Let's not meet again, please.
He talking about let's not meet again. This is why you gotta have a strap. Bro would have been boxed in.
This happened in early 2017. I was a 23-year-old girl and had just finished college. The field I studied was not huge in my area, so I decided to leave. I moved to the biggest city in our country to make a post-graduation course and look for a job. As I was still unemployed, I decided I would wait to make a long-term rental contract, worrying about a possible bad commute to work. In the first couple of months, I was switching from Airbnbs and hostels all the time. I was already tired of this. I decided this would be my last move, and then, with or without a job, I would settle. I was running out of money and decided to stay in a dorm, in a hostel next to where I was taking classes.
Smart.
Sharing a bedroom is not a problem to me during a trip, but when you're living somewhere, trying to create a routine, sharing a bathroom with some complete strangers just sucks. I would share the dorm with 3 guys, but it's not with any of them that my bad encounter occurs. They were nice, apart from one of them snoring so bad at night. No biggie. In another dorm, although, was the creepiest person I've ever seen. He was in his mid-30s, and he was not traveling. He was native from the city where we were in, and was using the hostel as a new house, since his parents kicked him out of theirs. He introduced himself and tried to be nice and flirty with me. I was polite initially, but declined his advances. He wouldn't stop. He started following me all day long in the hostel. Anywhere I went, he would show up in less than 5 minutes. On the second day there, I left the hostel to a job interview, and by the time I arrived back to the hostel, late at night, he was seated alone on the front stairs, waiting for me. He told me this like it was the most natural thing.
Hey, Emma, how was your day? You know, I was just waiting for you, hoping you
If you don't get out of here, bro, like, look at you, my guy. How your shirt half untucked, your shirt not buttoned up, you got mutton beat face though going on, and your hair not lined up. Look, I know my hair ain't lined up under here. You look disgusting. You look like you haven't bathed and took a shower or something at least, my guy. Like, get it together. You worrying about the wrong thing in life.
On earth.
It's your bag.
He would buy me snacks, ask me out, try to get information about my personal life.
Look how he walking.
All these things when I already made it clear of my lack of interest in this friendship. All this happened in 3 days. I was exhausted of his presence, but what I didn't know is that it could have went worse. As soon as one of the guys that was sharing the dorm with me left, he asked the hostel staff to switch dorms so he could stay in the same one as me. Obviously, he didn't tell me this, so imagine how surprised and disgusted I was when I saw him coming into the dorm with all his belongings. I was so scared of his presence that I slept wearing jeans to avoid any sort of advantage that he could take while I was sleeping.
That's smart.
The very next morning, I decided to leave. The situation had got worse, and I couldn't handle it anymore. While I was packing, the guy showed up, noticed what I was doing, and started to cry, asking me not to leave him. Then, to make things even more creepy and disgusting, he told me that he would miss seeing my face while I was sleeping, and thank God that he had taken photos. I was trying my best to stay calm, but I lost it when he told me he had taken pictures of me while I was sleeping. I took his phone out of his hand and asked him to see the pictures, and deleted all of them. There were a bunch of photos of me sleeping in the night before. I left the hostel, and I really regret not reporting him to the staff.
Yeah, no, you should have reported him.
Crazy lonely dude in the hostel. Please, let's never meet again.
But my guy, you live in a hostel. That's basically like a shelter. Get it together. You was like 37. If you don't go get off your get off your butt, go get a job. Get in your bag. My guy, I don't even like you no more. Matter of fact, that's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I need to get my wheel for my chair. Cause y'all see this? I hope y'all enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for the post notification. Until next time, it's your boy Leafeey. Alright, let's go. Down the stairs. Come on. Get him out of here. Again.
I like it cause you.
I did my best. Alright, one more time. Chill out.